and welcome to our really quick guide on how to make edible gelatin dots. All you're going to need is vegetable oil, 2 packs of gelatin, and juice of any kind except for pineapple. The enzymes in pineapple are not going to allow this to set properly, but anything else works, such as apple, cranberry, blueberry, orange juice, all works. So the first thing that we're going to do for our gelatin dots is we're going to take some of the vegetable oil and we're going to pour it in here. So we need 2 cups. Doesn't matter if you're a little bit over. That should be good. And now what we want to do next is we want to put this either in the freezer for 1 hour, or we want to cover this and leave it overnight. We need a difference in temperatures in order to cause the reaction we're looking for. Okay, so in our second measuring cup, we have 3 tablespoons of water, and what we're going to add is these 2 packets of gelatin to this mixture. And once we finish doing this, we're going to give this a chance to stir and to bloom. We want to make sure this is evenly mixed. So while our gelatin sets, what we're going to do next is we're going to measure about 100 milliliters, a little less, should be around 80 to 100, whatever juice you have. So today we have apple, so I'm just going to pour in that much. That should be good, a little bit under is fine. And then I'm going to put this in the microwave for about 30 seconds. So I have the apple juice pulled out, and we want it not boiling, but we definitely want it hot. And I'm going to add it to this mixture right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm now going to give this a nice stir. And what you want to feel is that gelatin that's just starting to congeal with the water is now getting melted, and now you're being able to mix this entire mixture. We want some water, we want some of the juice, and we want some of the gelatin. So we're just give this a stir. Look out for like really big chunks like this over here. You don't want to see that, so we're just going to try to break this up as much as we can. And just keep stirring it until you feel like it's pretty consistent. Okay, so moment of truth right here. Let's see if it worked. Now, usually you want to put an ice bath around the vegetable oil that's frozen on the right, but if we do it fast enough, it should still be okay. And you probably want to use like a little squirt bottle, like when you go to restaurants, they have it for the ketchup and mustard. But if you use a straw like this, you should be able to put your finger on it like that. Then if you put it in just like that and do a few drops at a time, you can start to see the reaction. So I'll move the camera in a second. I'll give you guys a better look. It's a little hard to tell from here. Let me see if I can move it a little closer. Yeah, it's going to be a little hard. But let me do a couple of these, and then I'll cut to what they look like on the bottom. So it may be a little hard to see in the light, but you see that there's little dots all over the place. We can actually see it on the bottom right over here. You see how they're starting to get like a small pool over here? Now your next step, if you want to eat these, which we're not eating them today, is you would take out a strainer, and you'd pour out the rest of the vegetable oil on top of it, and the bubbles would be on top of it. The last thing you need to do is rinse this out in cold water because you don't want this to taste too oily. And that's all you need to do. You can use this as a top for desserts. You can use this as just a strange science experiment to show off to your friends. This has a lot of potential to spruce up a lot of even tiny, ready-to-eat desserts that you can find anywhere in any supermarket. And that's all we have for today, okay? Enjoy!